What's happening, chess fans? Welcome to Net Chess and Chill. Today is episode number 29 on my journey to 1200 ELO. If you guys enjoy my content, please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into today's game. All right. We are farmers. Bum ba dum bum dum bum dum. Sorry, that's a stupid American commercial. We got some music on for you guys. And here we go. Let's see who we're going to play today. We are rated 990. Kind of won one, lost one yesterday. I need to kind of get back on my mojo. I feel like we play people that either know what they're doing or they don't know what they're doing, and I've been getting thrown off by both flavors recently. People that don't know what they're doing have been throwing me off because I don't know what to do against somebody. I don't know how to punish what they're doing. I kind of understand when they make a bad move, but I don't know why sometimes. So we're getting a Caro-CAN against Handark, who is from Colombia. He plays an exchange, which is pretty cool. We can develop our knight defending this pawn. We can pin their knight and push E6. Get our knight out, and he's playing kind of annoyingly. He's gonna take with the bishop now. I would assume he's gonna take with the bishop. I don't know what he's thinking about. This knight is in front of the c pawn, so I'm taking note of that. Don't necessarily want him to come into here, but I don't think he has any real squares unless he puts the bishop out here. Then I need to start thinking a little bit. I don't know what my opponent's thinking about right now. Yeah, that was a crazy amount of time to think about the move. Sorry about that. I just wanted to kind of scout his account real quick. We're gonna continue developing. I'm gonna play a little slower now. Start thinking, because once I get kind of castled and stuff, you know, I should be able to maybe do something aggressive to my opponent. So I imagine he wants to pin my knight. A lot of people play that way. I think a good move would be to bring his bishop out here, but what do I know? I'm going to... So if I do this, he might just pin my knight anyways. It's just, I mean, kind of is what it is. I'll just play it preemptively so I can move my queen somewhere. We're going to get castled, and yeah. Feels like we know what this position is, right? We shouldn't be at a loss right now. So with that being said, I'm gonna just go ahead and castle. I kind of want to put pressure on this pawn. I think it's not a terrible move, so I'm going to do it. He can defend. Could also maybe, I mean, maybe it's better to just push these pawns, get the rook on the c file. So, okay, he defends that way. That works, right? I am thinking about bringing this rook to the c file. He's kind of got some stuff still aimed at me. He's still defending this pawn. We could maybe do something like this to attack over here. That's something. We could also maybe perhaps move the bishop now. Maybe just a nice improvement of the bishop. Maybe the queen doesn't have any prospects over here just yet, so maybe we move the queen back and we have kind of a battery down here. Okay, so yeah, it looks like my opponent is trying to play in a constructive way. So his rooks aren't connected, so I'm going to play this move. And I am thinking about bringing my knight over here now. For sure. Also, this pawn is weak with that bishop in front of it. Still defended. But I like my knight on this square. The rook can come over, I suppose. I'm probably going to win this pawn, is what it looks like. So if the rook comes over, I'll just back up. And we can maybe sliding over this way was better to help defend it that way. But so we're breaking open the side of the board. Our king feels pretty safe. They have kind of a weird crammed position, it feels like. Maybe it's not so bad. My knight feels pretty strong. That's why I didn't trade it off for this bishop, but I'm thinking that I might want to trade it off for the bishop. But I'm trying to keep pieces on the board, especially when I have things like this right now. So I'm wondering, should I like where my bishop is, so I'm going to take with the knight. And yeah, we're trying to do stuff here. Trying to be dangerous. I need to be careful. This is heavily defended right now by both my pieces, and I'm now eyeing this pawn. Alright. So I'm wondering, is this just a fork? It looks like it might be. And we win a pawn. I'm attacking the rook. I'm gonna win the bishop. They're gonna take like this, or he could take like that. Okay, he chooses that way. I don't think we need to do all that. However, this is now starting to get pretty nice looking for us. We are up 2 pawns. So we don't really want to go there. Could play this. So this king slides over. Can't. All right. This. I feel like there's something there. This is also just a super fork. So maybe we just play that. Attacking the queen. Forking everything. Whew. We did it. Our opponent did not like what we were doing. I felt like that was a pretty strong offensive effort by me. I played with 89.1% accuracy. My opponent played with 77.3%. I felt like he played pretty well until the very end there. I just started getting everything I wanted. So really no big mistakes or blunders. We had 3 inaccuracies, so we can see kind of what we missed. I think I might know where we went wrong. I feel like the opening here, I'm always pretty solid. What's the best move here? Just to disallow any of this. I like that. Interesting. So if they bring the knight out to c3, a6 is actually like the best move. It's pretty cool. Best move here, get the knight out first. Interesting. Always more to learn. You think this is like simple stuff and you just play it on like robot mode like really fast, but like It's not like you're necessarily playing what Stockfish would consider like the most dominating move, which is interesting to me. We both had a lot of time here. He had 938. I was playing pretty much instantly. So this was good. This is good for me. Like, I like when I'm in an opening and I'm comfortable, because I tend to be down on the clock later in the game. So it helped that I didn't have to worry about that here. All my moves felt easy. I think that's something that I'm trying to work on too. This was a weird position for me. I guess I didn't really want him to pin, and I could have just disallowed it by playing h6. And that was kind of like my whole reason behind putting my bishop here, when really my bishop wants to be here on d6 for sure. So, and also, if my bishop did just come here, and they did put the bishop here, I could kick the bishop out. If he backs up here, I guess we just have to deal with it. Maybe I could then think about backing my bishop up, but to break the pin, and so I could move my queen, and not destroy my pawns. But I liked what I did. Castled here. What's the best move? What's the best move, Waldo? Oh, this. Interesting. I wouldn't have wanted to do that. I like my dark squared bishop. Alright, so this was where I was like, I don't know what to do. I spent a little bit of time kind of right after this. Like, I was like, what do I do here? This was like one of my longer moves. I was like, maybe I didn't know what to play, and I was like, maybe I just move my bishop, improve my bishop one square, because he doesn't need to do this anymore, right? Like, the whole point is now if he brings his bishop down, you know, I can deal with it, but he didn't do that, so I can actually just move this. And so if he brings his bishop there, I can move the knight, you know. That was my thought process. Probably not the best, but it is what I thought. I was like, hey, this is a good move. Turns out, was the best move. Playing a5. Who would have thought? Huh? Who would have thunk it? I liked it. He took. That was a weird move to me. I took with the knight. Apparently that's the best move. I really wanted to get my knight here to attack things like this and just be super strong here. You can't be kicked out anymore. You got rid of your B pawn, and your D pawn is pushed past my, you know, you can't kick it out. You'd have to trade a piece for it. So he goes there like, I'm gonna leave my knight here or something. I don't know what the thought was there. Like, I mean, I'm moving, so keep it moving, keep it moving. I can actually take your bishop now, even though your bishop sucks and my knight is strong. I don't know why I'm talking like a wise guy. I'm not a wise guy. So, anyways, back to queen up. This was the first thing that I was like, I don't know where to put my queen. Maybe this was better. But let's see what the computer says. Yeah, hey, your boy. Yeah, I felt once I played the move, I was like, this is probably better. And the reason being is it still protects my pawn, but it allows me to push and it still be defended, right? Which is what I wanted to do, was like, you know, push this pawn here to ultra defend my knight. And if something attacks it, you know, if a bishop takes it or a knight takes it, like, you know, probably wouldn't let that happen. But if it did happen, the pawn takes. But in the meantime, it would be defended by my queen. Whereas when I moved my queen here, it wouldn't defend. It didn't defend when I pushed that pawn. So, like, I moved here, right? This pawn push is now not defended, and he can just take the pawn. I didn't want him to have any pawns. I wanted the pawns. So I took here like this. Not the best move. Best move is to take with the rook, and we start trading because I'm up a pawn. I'm not the best at converting games. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to keep my rook aligned with my other rook, defending the other rook, and just play solid. I liked what I did. This is defended multiple ways. I liked it. This is my style right here. This is my style. So I played it like that. Bishop comes down. This is a mistake. I just went a pawn, and now I'm forking, and I'm up 2 pawns now. Now I'm way more confident, and I decide, let's take the bishop. Let's take the bishop. This is when we should start getting a little crafty, right? Like, you know, like, I can, the rook is hanging now, you know, he's probably going to take. I could come back and capture that way, or I could capture this way, right? And we really start seeing how this gets annoying. All their pieces are so crammed and didn't get to do anything productive. They're not even defending each other properly. So I take, he takes. This was probably, I mean, it's 100% winning, but I was like, man, there's got to be something here, right? So, like, I didn't see it. I just moved my knight in. Again, it wants to just start trading pieces off. It thinks that's fine. I didn't want to allow them to do anything, so I didn't do that. I was like, hey, we'll open stuff over here because I have this battery and I'm confident in it, and I'll start pushing pawns if I need to. Also, this is going to be a protected pass pawn, and it's going to be the scariest thing this guy's ever seen in his whole life because I'm going to push it. I'm going to... my thought, instead of doing this whole mamma jamma trick, was I was like, man, I'll just start marching this pawn straight up. Like, and what are you going to do about it? Like, you know, I'll even do something like this if I can get that knight kicked. So he straight up blunders a fork, which he didn't like that. This was somewhere where I was like, like, what if he didn't do that, right? Like, what if he played, like, what's his best move here? Is to take, right? That was what I was thinking, and I was like, do I have anything here? It doesn't look like I do. So, yeah, I mean, the best move is for them to take, and, I mean, we're just up 2 pawns. And sure, I might lose this pawn, but I think that our prospects are still pretty good, and we're not going to get checkmated. But it's kind of inaccurate of me to move the knight here in the first place, you know, because it could just be taken, and this is not necessarily what I wanted. But ended up being nice. We got this crazy fork here. Let's draw it out. I mean, it's nice enough. And let's click him red. That's a pretty gnarly fork right there. It's like, what do I want? Not gonna lie, like, I mean, having the option like that is amazing. He'd probably move his queen, right, somewhere, anywhere, you know, but, and I would get a rook out of it. I'd probably take this one just so I didn't lose the pawn. Be what I thought of. That would be what I did. More than likely. Yeah, it was a good game. We played like a 15-50, which makes me happy because we've been playing like absolute dog poop recently. And yeah, it feels good to play a good game. My opponent played a super good game too. We both had excellent openings with over 90% accuracy in our opening. I actually had 85% accuracy in the middle game, which I'm pretty proud of, and he just kind of lacked a little bit. He around 70% for him during the middle game. Yeah, it was a good game. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you tomorrow.